Conditioning. When I was a senior in high school, I was on a football team that went to Valley. And what was interesting about that team is that every day after practice, we ran 12 220s. Let me explain what that is. That is, we ran 12 times around the goalpost. We had already practiced for 2 hours. And now we're running 12 times around the goalpost. We'd already done our preconditioning in preseason. We would do the calisthenics before practice, and now we're running 12 220s. Finally, after this went on for a while, I went to Coach Keese, the line coach, and I said, "Why are you making us run 12 220s when we're winning?" He says, "Because you're winning in the fourth quarter, and it's not that you're better than the other team, it's just that you are better conditioned." That's not the answer I thought I was going to get. Here we have in our devotional this morning, we see that calamity has come on to Job. Job has lamented. He is sitting down in the ashes, and he is scraping the boils that have come up on him. He is definitely mourning. And then his friends come. And they sat in silence for 7 days. Job speaks, and then the first friend, Elphaz, speaks. And what's interesting about this is we begin a soft interrogation into what is it that Job has done to bring this calamity upon his life. Why would God be chastising him? It reminds me of John chapter 9. You see, Jesus goes to a blind man, a man who was blind from his birth, that he might heal him. And the disciples ask, who sinned, this man or his parents? Now, think about that for a little bit. This man or his parents? How could this man who was blind from his birth, how could he sin? It doesn't make any sense. But this is how our mind works. This is why I think you find in James chapter 1, he says, "Count it all joy, my brethren, when you fall into diverse temptations." What he's saying is that we ought to rejoice when we are going through the conditioning of the Lord, because he's preparing us for a work and a wonder that he's going to do in our lives. So, we need to realize that at times that God is chastising us for sin. And then at other times he's conditioning us for a work that he would have us to do. Or in Job's situation, a greater blessing. Why don't we pray for insight today? Why don't we have God just illuminate us? Because sometimes it's really hard to know, are those 12 220s punishment, or are those 12 220s preparation? May God open up our hearts and our minds to what he has for us. May God richly bless you.